Eddie, has this been an eventful week for you?
Yes, it has. It's been a little bit different, and but the main thing is we've played a game and we've got a game to look forward to tomorrow. So I'm glad everything's been settled with both parties, from obviously Neil and Gary and the club. And as you see in the statement, everybody's happy to move on with their lives. So I'm glad that's done, and we'll look forward to the game tomorrow.
You sad to see Neil go?
Yes, he was great to work with, and brought very good success here. And I learnt a lot from Neil my time here. So, but things move on, and we wish him all the best. And the club moves forward, and I'm sure Neil will in the future as well.
I know the statement, Eddie, clarified Neil's position, Neil and Gary's position, that they were leaving the club, but didn't clarify as to why we're actually at this point. Are you able to shed any light on that?
No, I don't know anything regarding that. I can only go with the statement, and both parties seem happy, and let them move on, and wish Neil all the best in the future. And I'm sure Neil will wish Hibs all the best in the future, and hopefully we can get a positive result tomorrow.
Has this set the club back a little bit? Because it did come as a little bit of a surprise to a lot of people.
I wouldn't say set back. What is it? It was a surprise, but things have been sorted very quickly. And as I said, we'll just look forward to the game tomorrow, and hopefully we can get a good result.
It's sad it got to this stage, Eddie, in terms of the way it's all worked out the last 7 days.
I think it's always sad in terms of when people leave a football club, whether it's a player or a manager. And but again, everything moves forward. That's the nature of football, and we look forward to the game tomorrow. But obviously we wish people all the best who have left the club, whether it's a player or the manager.
There's Hibs fans that are out there now scratching their head. They look at a statement, they're not sure what to make of it. Can you shed any light on what happened last Friday, and from your point of view?
No, I can't shed any light at all. It's a decision's been made, and that was a consequence of what happened on the Thursday. There was things what people then wanted to go and do in terms of when Neil wasn't at the club, but as I said, it's been resolved, and both parties are delighted to move on with their lives.
What's the dressing room like just now?
Football players will come in, they'll work hard, they'll train, and what helps, we get a good result against St Mirren, so they're happy at this moment in time.
You've been able to add to the squad, or Hibs have been able to add to the squad. Were they signings that were pre-planned by Neil and the guys before, or has this all happened at the last 48 hours? Probably a bit of both. I think Neil was at the near end of bringing people in, and there's a couple that we couldn't quite get across the line, but the people who have come in want to go and play football, and we're delighted that we make 3 signings and to go in for the second part of the season, and hopefully we can be more successul.
Were you close to getting Scott Allen in this window?
Yes, I think we wanted Scott. I think Scott wanted to come here, but we'll have to be respectful of Celtic's decision to keep Scott at Celtic rather than coming to Hibernian.
Have you been told anything by the club about how long you're going to be in charge of the team here?
No, I haven't, but I don't see it being a long process. I think hopefully the next 10 days something will be put in charge, and we can all go back to what we do at the football club. What I would say, I really enjoy working at the club. I've got a fantastic job here, one that I really enjoy. The club know that, and I look forward to, when the new man comes in, that I can go back to helping young boys and young players perform to a good level to try to get into Hibernian's first team.
That's still your intention now? You've not changed your mind over the course of this week?
No, that's always been my remit at the football club, and as I said, I've been very fortunate being coming up here for 5 years. I really enjoy my job, and I've had reasonable success along with the guys coming through, that we can put guys anywhere near a first team, which is very difficult at the best of times.
How have you found the challenge of this week, with everything that's going on, plus the transfer window, plus getting ready for a game?
It's been different. I had a spell at Falkirk which was really difficult, but this is a far more structured club and to what was at Falkirk. So that was 10 years ago. A lot's happened in 10 years. I think who would foresee Rangers not being in the top league when I was a Falkirk manager? Nobody. So things have moved on. But what I have done, I've learnt off good people since I've left Falkirk, and got better as a person and as a coach, and understand my roles better.
Will you be involved in the process, Eddie, of appointing a new man?
No chance. No chance of that. No. When the new man comes in, as I said, I'll go back to doing what I really enjoy and what I was brought here to be at the football club. I helped the previous manager since the championship, but I'll be delighted that I go back to my old role, which I really enjoy.
Do you don't see yourself then being in the dugout on Saturday then with the new manager?
Oh no, I think it's very important that I have to go back and do my role at the football club, which I really enjoy. And as I said, the young boys who have come through have been at a good standard, and my job is to go and try to produce football players for the first team, not week in, week out, being in the technical area.
Why is that, Eddie? Because the club have been a success the last 2.5 years, and you've been part of that success.
I think it was because there was a situation where everybody knows that Neil sometimes has difficulty at certain periods in his life, and it was there. Neil asked me to go and help him along when he had sort of challenging times, and that's why I done it. I'm sure the new manager will come in and he'll do what he thinks right for the football club. And again, I'm here to support anybody at the football club, but my main role, which I really enjoy, is to go and produce football players for the first team.
He showed a lot of faith in you then, didn't he? A lot of trust.
Yes, I think he did, and what I did is I learned a hell of a lot from a manager who has been very successful in Scotland.
You've worked with a lot of managers in Scotland. Would you put him in the high bracket?
Yes, the top.
Top bracket, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie, can you understand the fans' frustrations this week and not really knowing what's happened and why things have worked out the way they have?
Yes, but I think that's down to the club, and I think the statement was quite clear that both parties went their separate ways, but both parties had a successful time when Neil was here, and it was good for both parties to go their separate ways.
How important now is it that you all show a united front then moving forward?
Yeah, I think we have done. I think performance, especially in the second half of the weekend, was important. Players have got good qualities. If we had been successful against Hearts, which the club were brave enough, and Neil was brave enough to take the game on when he could have really cancelled it against Hearts. If they had won that, they would have been 2 points off where they were last year, which, with the injuries what they've had, would have been a successful first part of the season. So they're not far away from it, and hopefully the 3 players were coming in, the injuries coming back, the club will kick on the second part of the season like they did last year.
How tough a game will Saturday be then against Aberdeen?
Aberdeen are always tough. Aberdeen are a very good team. I think they've showed that over a number of years. Derek's a very good manager in Scotland. But one thing I'll say, Hibs have always been competitive in fixtures against Aberdeen. There's only one occasion then when we played last year they got beat 4-0. That was on the back of playing against Celtic and Rangers and then going into Aberdeen. It was probably a little bit too much at that stage, but we're more than confident that we can go and make an impression in the game tomorrow, because we have been successful in terms of pushing Aberdeen very close and beating Aberdeen, and so we hope to do that tomorrow.
Who out of the new boys are available to come right into the squad?
All of them. 3 of them will come right into the squad and hopefully enhance the squad, and again just add to the quality of what's here, which is really important. And the biggest thing for us, we've got our experienced players coming back to full fitness, so that makes it easier for the new man coming in to make easier selections for teams.
Do you think about chucking them right in, or if, given they've only had 24 hours training with the boys, is it maybe more on the bench?
Well, they'll not even train yet, so they'll train at 1 o'clock, so we'll have discussions then, and if we feel they're appropriate to go and start, we'll start them. That's why they're at the football club, and but they're here as part of a group to make the Hfcvafc Football Club successful the second part.
Given the win last week already, would it be an easy decision to just go with the same team from last weekend?
It would be an easy decision, but sometimes you have to look at the opposition, what their strengths and weaknesses are, and that's what we'll try to exploit tomorrow.
Can I ask about Ryan Porteous? Sadly, he's going to be out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Ryan's did very well this year. He's a mature young player, and he's played to a good standard. And it's just been a little bit unfortunate that he's had an injury, that he's had a little bit of an op, and he'll be back come July. So what we'll try to do for Ryan, to go and try to educate him off the park in terms of being a very good professional. So when he comes back, he'll be fitter, he'll be stronger, and he'll be wiser in terms of knowing the game for the second part, or well, the first part of next season.
Just finally on Neil, would you expect him to come back into management again at a top club?
Yes, I would be very surprised if he doesn't.
Have you had any discussions with him? Have you spoken to him this week at all?
No, I'll phone Neil over the coming days and thank him for everything what he done when I was here for the football department with the younger boys, because he was very much part of the development squad as well. He took a great interest of it and a keen interest, and he helped us achieve something last year of winning a double in terms of his knowledge, his experience in a changing room, especially cup finals later in the league. So we'll thank him for that, and thank him and Gary for what they had contributed for helping young players and being brave enough to put young players in a team.
There were some reports as well about Hfcvafc potentially making Burton to Hibs. Was that any close to getting over the line?
No, I think Effie had a clause in his contract, and he was more than happy to be here, but then he decided that he wanted to leave the football club, and we truly respect that Effie will go on again, very good player, and I'm sure Effie will pick up a top team somewhere in Europe and he'll be very successful. And he was a very, very good player for him, but more importantly he was a very good person as well.
No injury doubts tomorrow?
There's one or two, but we're hoping they'll be available. If they're not, we've got different personnel that we can put in now.
3 new guys?
Yes, 3 new guys, so we'll wait and see in terms of how they go over the next 24 hours to then go select a team.